me in a second. I'm just going to talk over her.
Live streaming is on.
So Olivia posted the notes in Jitsi. The notes are also posted in the TE Commons Discord channel. We're going to have a lot of people in this call today. So if you can mute when you're not talking, that's always helpful. And just have your finger on the mute button. But we're going to start this call off with a fun little intro question. Because there's so many people, I have to beg you to keep it really short. But the intro question is, what is something people should know about the way you work? And this is kind of a little bit of a vulnerability question, but we're going to start actually working hardcore on the TE Commons, so it's really valuable. So the question again is, what's something people should know about the way you work? I'll go first. I'm kind of a space cadet, and I generally work best when people depend on me, and sometimes I have trouble actually getting things done that are kind of individual tasks. And I'll pass it to Olivia.
I think I like working with people in things that, like, if I have many ideas that I need help grounding them, then it's really helpful to be in a group. But if I already know what I have to do, then I prefer to work by myself. And I'll pass to Shabnam.
Hello. I usually like to work on myself. Like when I have something that is burning in my mind, I have to do that. And usually it is difficult for me to communicate or to work with more people, or sometimes also have problems with committing to things because I used to work like in a, but I also try to improve a lot in that sense. So I pass it to KickOff.
Hi. So for me, depends on the nature of the work, but quite often I like to work in when I can have a quick feedback from the other person, or in a pair, or quick iterations of feedback. But there are some tasks like programming where I need big blocks of time where I can really get into it. So it depends. Yeah. And the next one I would call for perhaps Olivia.
I just went. I'll call Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Okay, I'll call someone else. I'll call Jeff.
Hey, yes, I was having a problem with my audio.
Oh, sorry.
What's up? I just joined. Maybe I missed some part of the conversation. Is this an intro or?
Yeah, the question is, it's kind of a vulnerability opportunity. What is something that it's really good for people to know about how you like to work?
How I like to work. Well, for those that don't know me, I'm Rodrigo. I'm a core dev from the One High team. And just to be so accurate about my statement is One High is the place that I want to be. I don't want to be in any other place. Is working there is such an awesome thing that is really different for any other kind of normal working company or whatever. The way that we all of us push together to complete a mission or whatever, or ideas or whatever, is just amazing. Working in something that you really like is a game changer, totally. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call on Angela. Angela? Oh, we lost Angela. How about random Shinichi? Andrew, what is
okay, hello.
Oh, never mind, Angela. Go for it.
I am having troubles to follow because the connection is again not that stable. Yeah.
So the question is how, what
Yeah,
is
there's
something?
a heavy delay, I guess. Okay, I try. Important to know how I work. Okay. What people should know about how I work is that I really appreciate ideas, that I'm very pragmatic in, okay, how can we find a way to make this a reality? And that I get enthusiastic once I see progress, and vice versa, frustrated if you don't make progress.
Perfect. Okay, let's call on Craig. And Craig, feel free to call on the next person.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Killer. Hi, everybody. I'm Craig, relatively new. I guess we're all relatively new. Let's see, large groups. Yeah, in large groups, I tend to be more of a worker bee as opposed to a big picture thinker, which is interesting because on my own, I tend to do a little bit of the opposite. So I expect in this group, I will be saying, put me to work as opposed to, hey, I have this great thing, let's implement it. Cheers.
Okay, cool. I guess I'm just going to keep calling on people because I can see who hasn't talked. We'll go with Random Shinichi.
Hi guys. I guess I kind of work the same way as Craig in that I transform from being a worker bee to like a big picture thinker when I feel like I can make a difference. And if I like work in an office for about 8 hours a day, over a period of time, I will definitely get depressed. That's
Nice. Okay, yeah, these are great. You guys are doing such a good job at keeping it short. Let's pass it to Paulo.
Hi everyone, I'm kind of new here. Sam told me about this project you guys are working on and got interested, and I like to contribute. And replying to the question, I'd say that I like to organize my work using some sort of work methodology like Kanban, for example. I like to break down big chunks of tasks into smaller ones, and I like to work by myself too, but I'm trying to improve that the way I communicate with the people I work with. Yeah, I think that's it.
Great. Jeff, you want to go next?
Yeah, my one of my current favorite ways of working is in these kind of semi-autonomous working groups. It's kind of in between the fully independent solo work, which I also do enjoy when there's like a concrete task to be carried out. But also finding these kind of in between meso layers between the individual and the big group, where it's really difficult to get focused work done. Having these sort of small working groups spin up that produce a deliverable and then perhaps dissolve until the next batch of resources is available for a working group to coalesce around, kind of like a mycelium or slime mold, or the way things happen in nature. And I'm going to pass it to Jessica, who's sitting right next to me.
Hey everyone, really nice to hear how everyone flows. For me, I wear a lot of different hats. I find I'm a little ADD sometimes, so I work really well with the group. I'm really good at kind of catalyzing things and getting the energy flowing. I like processes, and yeah, a bit of a balance between I work really well on my own, but it's really great to have like work sessions, even virtually, to sit for an hour and work together. I found that to be really effective. And yeah, look forward to this call. And I pass to Humberto.
Hi, thanks. I'm really excited to be here. I've been watching some of the previous recordings, but it is not the same, you know. So I like to work in group for discussing, debating on deliberating. And then I am really obsessed to work on like alone to get an outcome and then present it and check feedback and so on. And also because of not being able to see my blind spots, I've opened a YouTube where I am uploading some of my work. So other people that know me can tell me, hey, you are doing wrong this way, you should do this, and so on. It's taking me some time because it's my first week uploading, and I am uploading through several spaces. But it's an interesting experiment.
Nice. Throw us a link
Yeah,
in the throw us a link in the notes too to your YouTube. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, thanks. So you said Santi is missing, so Santi.
Oh, yeah, Santi.
Hello, everyone. As of you mentioned, like balancing both, working alone when there's a task I need to finish, and I've committed to finish. Sharing with the group, discussing scope of the project, and sharing new ideas. I really love brainstorm new ideas when we can with the community, with the group, and then divide the tasks, work everyone.
Okay. Thank you. That's awesome. Blair, you're up next.
Yeah, good to meet y'all. I think, yeah, just to echo, maybe I like that idea Jeff dropped of like breaking up into autonomous work units and stuff. I like being given a task and then giving it to a group, and the group kind of decides how to like divvy it up and stuff. But yeah, also long periods of solo work too. So
nice. Next is Shebnem.
So I work on multiple projects always to figure out what it is what we're doing, and that's been since 2016. So I was really thinking how did I work when it was more normal. Yeah, so I'm mostly individual contributor, especially in the beginning when things are messy. I like to come in and then connect the complex dots. And when things are clear, I like to pick something that, brings value to the other projects that I'm actively pushing forward as well. So trying to find the common denominator and work in multiple groups, of course.
Nice. I think it's, I might butcher the pronunciation, but Gilio Cuarta? No luck? Okay, if just get the unmute if you can, but while we wait, let's pass it to Alex.
Hi, glad to be here with everyone. I really like how to say sharing ideas with other people, especially around crypto and debating them, and always pointing out how the crypto world doesn't need to go too far from the reality of the world, because that's where the two worlds clash, and sometimes we don't get things done because we think our solution is much better than existing ones. But yeah, excited to be here.
Nice. Gilio, we can't really wait. We have to push forward. And also Rain and Jasper opted out, and that's everyone, I think. So we're just going to push forward here and run to the roadmap review. So thanks, Gilio, for understanding. So let me share my screen. So first off, just a reminder, all of your awesome inputs, except for Livia and mine, are up here in these notes, and we're taking a lot of notes in this call usually. This is going to be a little bit of a different call, so there won't be so much going on in the notes. However, it's always worth cracking these open because the notes have all the history of most of the notes that we've ever taken. So it's a really cool.
Your screen.
You can't see my screen?
Yeah.
Let me refresh. Thank you guys. Sorry about that. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So as I was saying, the notes are really awesome. You should check them out. And just to review where we have been and where we are. So we are almost halfway through the cultural build roadmap of the Token Engineering Commons. For all of you new people, the Token Engineering Commons is actually a token economy that we are building to support the public goods of the token engineering space. It's a big experiment that's being worked on by the Common Stack and the token engineering community, to who the Common Stack feels very much part of, to create a economy that values the public goods of the token engineering space. So we've spent a lot of time focusing on what is the mission, vision, values, and how do we work together? How do we make decisions? We've spent months kind of just understanding how do we want to go about this task. And now we're actually starting to define the work that needs to be done. And working together is hard in a big group of 18 people. So our plan is to separate and liberate, or I don't know, the opposite of divide and conquer, but the same thing, right? We're going to break into smaller working groups and actually start focused work on what needs to be done to launch this system. We've successfully been sticking with the roadmap. We're pushing pretty hard to stay on past, although we have had a 1 week delay so far. But if the roadmap goes as planned, we should be able to launch this economy by December. That's kind of the goal. Bring some brightness to 2020 if we can. So the next thing that we want to do is after this, we're going to break into the Discord. And if someone can give a link to the Token Engineering Discord, just in case people aren't actually in it, it'd be great if someone could link the Discord invite in the notes here and in the chat. But I just want to reiterate that we are about to launch a token that has never, a token like this has never really been launched before. It's a huge experiment, and it could be massive. We're very excited to work with One Hive, who has already experienced massive success, and we hope to model after it. So this could be a really huge thing, and people who work on this project will be rewarded, and we have a whole acknowledgement and reward system that if you want to check it out, you can scroll down and find our proposals for how people get rewarded. We also will publish a blog post every 2 weeks showing off the rewards that people receive. And of course, if you have any questions about this, feel free to ask me or Olivia or Angela or Craig or Jess, as we have dedicated ourselves to become community stewards. And we are really your gateway to all the information that you want, but maybe are too shy to ask in a big group. So the next step, though, is we're going to break into smaller groups. So let me explain what the 3 groups are. The first group is the technical specification for the Token Engineering Commons economy. This is a group led by me, and we're going to talk about what we need to do to actually have a quality specification, and it should be really fun. So you should definitely come to my group. I'm biased. The next group will be Livia. Livia is going to talk about the cultural protocols. So I'm going to talk about more of the smart contract protocols. Livia is going to talk about the cultural protocols that we want to create that live on top of the smart contract protocols. And so her group is the soft governance and culture group. And Jessica Zartler, who is going to lead the communications working group. And this will be about how do we communicate internally and externally to the larger community. So I think each, Olivia and Jess can definitely express more about what their work is doing. Did I get that right? Did I miss anything, Olivia or Jess?
Yeah, you did it right, but your screen sharing is very weird. Maybe it's better if you stop sharing.
Absolutely. Then we have a mass exodus. So you have about 60 seconds basically to decide which group you want to join and work in, and then we're going to move to Discord and communicate there. Hopefully, we don't lose too many of you.
Riff, can I, before we split up, I would like to say something about the new working group I proposed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I send a message in the channel. I suggest to start an additional working group. It's called version 1.0 for the TE Commons. And I'm at the moment, this is rather taking a look on the working groups that are already there and the work that is currently going on there, because perhaps most of the questions are discussed there, but what I definitely want to, let's say, achieve with the 1.0 working group is we are missing something. Like, okay, we technically specified in this way, but for the token engineering commons and what should be funded and what is relevant, we are missing we missed an aspect and didn't discuss it, or just missed it entirely. So this is about closing the gaps. I give you some examples. So projects approached me. Great, if I need funding for my crypto project to cover token engineering work, then I can make a proposal at TE Commons and get funded. Is it this? This is the case, right? So this was the question to me, and I said, "Oh, okay, this is not defined yet." And sure, it's not defined yet. In the past weeks, we were dealing with questions around how to set this up, how to get this going. But I think this is an important question. Or what about the assets we have created so far, like the logos, the Twitter account, the YouTube account, where we have massive followers? So can we transfer it to a new entity, and how would that entity look like? Does it fit to TE Commons goals, or is this somehow a different question? Or do we need a new entity or a legal entity, kind of a wrapper? What representatives do we need, or what new roles do we need, in addition to the roles we have established at the moment, like contributors, community stewards, and so on and so forth? And these questions are touching on tech, on what is already there, what can we achieve, then on the overall mission and values, how do we bring this together, and on the short-term achievements, the launch of 1.0, and our long-term vision. And what I want to do with this working group is first getting an overview what's going on exactly in the different working groups, and then make sure that everything that is not covered there, we find a solution and produce the necessary output.
The linebacker working group, fill in the gaps if you follow American football. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, perhaps there aren't any gaps, then I just take a break and I'm happy.
There will be gaps. This is the way it is. But okay, mass exodus to Discord, guys, and I'll see you all there. Also, I put a link. I put a picture in the notes if you need to see exactly. If you go to the TE Discord, scroll all the way to the bottom. There's voice channels. There's the tech spec. there's comms, and the soft gov. Pick your poison. See you guys there.